Hello, my peeps, and welcome to another power-packed Phillips podcast.
Your answers for today. Relax. Enjoy your afternoon. You do not have any homework from the workbook. You do, however, have a new EOC review packet that you will be receiving later in class today. Make sure you have this new EOC review packet finished by Monday of next week. So if you want to work on that for homework, you may. In week 8, scores have not come in, so we'll keep an eye out for them.
I apologize for not being at school today, guys. My son is not feeling well, but I can wave my magic wand and you can take notes and we can keep on trucking. So today's notes are on lesson 6.7. We're going to graph linear inequalities. So please write down your notes. This is going to be lesson 6.7. We are going to graph linear inequalities. Now I will be kind and loving today and give you a piece of graph paper for your notes, but this weekend while you're out you might want to pick up one pack of graph paper because lesson 6.7 is going to have a little bit of graphing, obviously, and in chapter 7, which we're headed to shortly, is going to have a little bit of graphing. So if you're out and about this weekend, pick yourself up one pack of graph paper, and that should be enough to get you through the next couple of lessons. You should receive a piece of graph paper from the substitute. What I would like you to do is please draw yourself a coordinate grid on the graph paper for your notes today. Go right 10, up 10, left to negative 10, and down to negative 10. So please take a moment. On a piece of graph paper you receive from the substitute, draw yourself a coordinate grid. Go to the right 10, up 10, left to negative 10, and down to negative 10. Alright, here we go, guys. Please pay close attention so that you can be a super genius when it comes to this skill and pass the EOC. These are the steps to graphing an inequality on a coordinate grid. Please write down step number 1. The first thing you're going to do is decide if the line will be solid or if the line will be dashed. So step number 1, we need to decide if the line will be solid or the line will be dashed, and this is what I mean. If you have an inequality that has the equal to underneath it, so our inequality can be less than or equal to, or we can have greater than or equal to. If your inequality has that little equal to underneath, it is going to be a solid line. We'll use a solid line going up and to the right for a positive slope. We'll use a solid line going down and to the right for a negative slope. If the inequality is simply less than or greater than, notice there is not an equal to underneath. If there's no equal to underneath, you will use a dashed line. We'll use a dashed line going up and to the right for a positive slope, and we'll use a dashed line going down and to the right for a negative slope. So that's going to be our first step. So let's take a look at a problem, and we'll come back to the steps as we go through the problem. If you would, please write the inequality y is greater than 4x minus 3 on your paper. Please write that inequality down. The first thing I have to do is decide, is it going to be a solid line or a dashed line? Since it does not have the equal to underneath, this is going to be a dashed line. So you might want to make yourself a note. Since there's no equal to right here, it is going to be a dashed line. Now let's go back to our second step. Our second step, we're going to graph the inequality like it is an equation written in slope-intercept form, or y equals mx plus b. So make yourself a note. Step number 2, you're going to graph the inequality and pretend that it's an equation written in slope-intercept form, y equals mx plus b. So we have y is greater than 4x minus 3. We're simply going to pretend the inequality is an equal sign. So we all should be experts, or super genius, when it comes to graphing. So we're going to graph y equals 4x minus 3. Remember that we have a slope and we have a y-intercept. Our y-intercept is going to be negative 3. Our slope is going to be 4. Remember that our rise will be 4, and we will make a denominator of 1 to be our run. So go to your graph. We're going to start at the y-intercept. We're going to start at negative 3. So I'm going to go down to negative 3. Remember, this is my y-intercept going up and down, and I'm going to put a dot. Next, I'm going to use my slope. I'm going to go up 4, since it's positive, and I'm going to go right 1. Up 4, right 1. So we'll go up 4 and right 1. Go ahead and put a dot there. Now let's go up 4, right 1, and put another dot. Remember at the beginning we said this was going to be a dashed line because it did not have that little equal to underneath. So we will put a dashed line connecting the dots. And I'm just going to move my rise and run over here so it doesn't confuse you. Now let's go back to our steps. We've done step 1. We decided if it was solid or dashed. We did step 2. We graphed it like it was y equals mx plus b. Now, step 3, please write on your paper, we're going to pick any ordered pair that is not on the line. Step 3, we're going to pick any ordered pair that is not on the line. So, what do you mean, Mr. Phillips? This is what I mean. You can pick any ordered pair that is not on this line. So, for example, if you say, oh, I want to use the ordered pair 1, comma 1. You cannot use the ordered pair 1, comma 1 because if you go over 1, right 1, that ordered pair is on the line. So we have to pick something that is not on the line. The easiest one to pick would be right here, 0, 0. Could you pick something else? Absolutely. You could pick this ordered pair, this ordered pair, this ordered pair, any ordered pair that is not on the line. So, pick any ordered pair that is not on the line. I'm going to pick the ordered pair 0, 0. And I have a note down here. You may want to jot this down. I say to use 0, 0 whenever it is not on the line. I use 0, 0 whenever it is not on the line. Why? It's the easiest one to use. So we determined that 0, 0 is not on the line. Step 4. Substitute the ordered pair that you pick into the inequality. So we picked 0, 0. We're going to substitute that into the inequality. So I'm going to put 0 and 4y. Excuse me. I should have said 0 and 4x. Whoops. Maybe I stayed up too late camping this weekend around the campfire. Alright, there we go. Let's put 0 and 4y and 0 and 4x. 4 times 0, they were touching each other, and that's going to give me 0. And then I have my negative 3. So 0 minus 3 is going to give me negative 3. And I'm going to bring this 0 down. So next, I'm going to put the inequality sign back in for the equal sign. So we're going to put our inequality sign. Where did I get the inequality sign from? right there. I'm going to put that inequality sign back in to my problem. So we put the inequality sign back into the problem. Ask yourself, is 0 greater than -3? Yes, 0 is greater than -3, so that is true. Last step, if it is true, you shade the side that contains the ordered pair you picked. If it is false, shade the other side. So take a moment to jot that down, and then I'll show you what I mean. Step 5 in the last step, if it is true, shade the side that contains the ordered pair you picked. If it's false, shade the other side. Alright, so what's the crazy math teacher mean? Alright, so pretend that you have a treasure map and you're walking up and down this dashed line looking for the treasure. Well, we know that the treasure is going to be either on the left side of the line, or the treasure is going to be on the right side of the line. The treasure will never be on the line. So the treasure's either to the left of the line or the treasure's to the right of the line. Well, you take your handy dandy treasure map and you say, haha, I think the treasure is at 0, 0, the ordered pair. Well, when we went down here and we put 0 in for y and 0 for x, we got 0 is greater than -3. Yes, it's true. You did find the treasure. The treasure was at 0, 0. So since the treasure's there, you're simply going to take your pencil and you are going to shade the left side of your line, because we found the treasure and the treasure is over here on the left side of our line. Now, let's just pretend that you got false down here. This is pretend that you got false. If you got false, that means the treasure is not here. The treasure is buried over here somewhere. So if you got false down here at the very end, instead of shading the left side, you would shade the right side. Alright guys, I hope that helps you out. Hopefully my son will be feeling better, and I will see you soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.